Do you ever wonder if some cases on Dr. Pimple Popper are not just as simple as they seemed? You are not wrong. There are some cases on the show that even the great dermatologist was not prepared for and got out of control. We have decided to make a compilation of such odd cases. Welcome to Film Time, and here are 6 times Dr. Pimple Popper got out of control. But before we move to today's content, if you like this video, we would greatly appreciate it if you click the like button. And if you want more content like this, never miss an update by subscribing to our channel below. Dr. Sandra Lee, aka Dr. Pimple Popper, is always prepared for any unseen circumstances when extracting blackheads, popping pimples, or removing growths from her patients. But there are times when some cases get out of control, and the doctor is baffled by the content that come out of some of the patient's infections. So, here are the times some cases went out of control. Number 1. Showered cyst. One of the moments that the famed dermatologist finds disgusting are the moments when she's faced with cysts that squirts, and she got more than she bargained for when she tried to remove 7 cysts from a patient's head and got bathed in the contents when the cyst exploded and took a residence in her ponytail. The famed dermatologist managed to get everything under control, but she was clearly not expecting herself to land an explosive cyst that could have been infected or inflamed.
On the back.
Can you put your hand on that? Oh, they're back.
6.
They're in the same places.
And then a little guy right there.
Like a little face, like 2 eyes.
Number 2. Infected boils. Slow and steady wins the race, or else the good doctor might be singing another tune if she had been hasty with this particular patient's case. Dr. Lee treated a patient with a severe case of stereocystoma complex. The patient had painful and infected boils all over their shoulders and chest. Stereocystoma complex often occurs when oil glands on the skin clog up. In order to not lose control of the situation, when she was extracting infected boils, the doctor had to slowly remove the pus so as not to worsen the infection.
Oh, it is a big chip. If I hurt you at all, you let me know, okay?
Number 3. Live swollen tick. This is probably one of the strangest cases on Dr. Pimple Popper, as the doctor had to deal with a live swollen tick that she had extracted from a patient. She had turned in for a simple growth removal, and the mass content that came out of the lump turned out to be a tick that is still alive. That could freak anybody out. The good doctor managed to extract the tick, but was rightfully surprised that the tick had been living on the patient's back for almost 4 years. Number 4. Shy lipoma. Dr. Lee is rarely aggressive in her approach to removing growths. Even when some cases prove very difficult, she manages to be gentle about her removal process, but this case got out of control that the patient doctor had to be aggressive in her approach to removing the growth, and the gore process is definitely not for the faint of heart. In fact, we watched this entire video with our hands covering our face. Can you blame us? Number 5. Too dilated pore of Weiner. Not your average blackhead, so it doesn't get the simple extraction process that we are used to seeing the famed dermatologist use when she's extracting blackheads. A patient sought Dr. Pimple Popper's help to remove 2 enormous blackheads on their back, and Dr. Pimple Popper diagnosed them with a dilated pore of Weiner. The blackheads were extremely difficult to remove, even for the good doctor. Without losing focus, she was able to remove the big blackheads. But what came out of the extraction were like hard little rocks. The audience and Dr. Lee were clearly surprised at the turn of events, and to prevent any further unforeseen circumstances, the cyst whisperer Dr. Lee herself asked the patient to come back for another session, since there is a likelihood the growth might come back. The case could have gone out of control had the doctor not been careful.
Maybe you will, who knows?
Well, I may want to watch myself.
Yeah, you might want to.
Number 6. Unicorn cyst. Do you know unicorns are mythical beasts that can form a growth on your forehead without paying rent? While this particular case didn't get out of control on Dr. Pimple Popper, it got out of control when the patient attempted to remove the growth himself. The growth came back bigger and stronger than ever. But thanks to Dr. Lee, the famed dermatologist expertly removed the unicorn cyst from the patient's forehead and stitched him up, but not without a strict warning to never remove the growth by themselves again. Remember, every dermatologist warns us of picking our skins ourselves. Maybe it's high time we put the warning into consideration to not get a growth that's out of control. You might not be as lucky as this patient to see Dr. Lee.
Just gonna squeeze, okay? Nothing should hurt.
There you have it, guys. 6 times Dr. Pimple Popper got out of control. Did you enjoy the video? Which of these cases surprised you the most? Are you a popaholic? Do you know more cases like this? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. You can also turn on notification bell to not miss out on our future videos. We hope to see you soon. Adios.